All right, in the building and sitting. Yo, this. You know, how crazy is this? I'm sitting across from you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me? Do I?
It's been a long time.
This crazy. DJ Cut
and Miss Sunita
and Tommy Tucker Jr.
Yeah.
In the building.
Yeah.
We doing an interview.
Yeah.
What makes it so crazy?
Yo, I watched him grow up as a
like literally we weren't this ain't peers. This is I've literally seen him as an adult, he's seen me as a child, and literally he's still making moves in this business, creating influence in this business, and I've watched that from a kid on up to an adult man myself, so that's dope.
It was crazy when you came to New York.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a conversation. I'm in New York, had a conversation with a guy, and I was like, DJ Cut? And he was like, yeah, from New York. No, fam. No, not from New York, fam. He from St. Louis. Like, yeah, that was nuts.
All that means is that your ass is old.
Yeah,
That's all that means.
it's all good. But we here, it's more like a celebration because you got your documentary popping, the Tough Love Show, and tell the audience, the city of St. Louis, how that came about.
Yeah, so 2017, dealing with my son, being a parent, which is, my number one job. That's the only thing I don't get to clock out from.
Right.
He just was not focused in school, kind of just struggling, a little off track. Not that I've ever been an honor student, because I wasn't. Mm-hmm. But, I held him to a higher standard than what I was held to. And at the time, he was struggling in Mandarin, which all my homeboys gave me a lot of flack for. Like, how you gonna blast them about Chinese? You can't speak it. And it wasn't about if I could speak it. I didn't even tell him to sign up for it.
Right.
In our house, most of us took Spanish, and so we think,
right,
take Spanish. At least maybe we can help you with your homework.
Right.
Nah, all y'all took that, so I'm taking Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Okay. And then when the Mandarin kicking your butt, now you know,
need help.
so we can't help you. But he just kind of lost a little focus, man. He was going through life's obstacles, life's challenges, and aging and maturing, and your desires and your affections change.
Mm-hmm.
He was 12. He was starting to be a good athlete, and little girls think that's a good thing, and his homeboys think it's a good thing.
Right.
And your daddy don't care. I care about the actual tangible stuff.
I care about you understanding Mandarin and getting a good grade in that.
Right.
All right. So you holding up this sign at the Cleveland Cavaliers game.
Yep. Yeah. It started with my son had an affection for NBA. His team was the Cavs, of course, headed by LeBron and Kyrie. And so I was going to the game with a friend, and would have been with my son, but I decided, he couldn't come because he wasn't holding up his end of the bargain. And at the last minute, called my assistant and said, "Hey, go to Fast Signs and call me when you get there." And I told her what to have them make and stay there and wait, because my flight left in 2 hours from the time I called her and said, "Go do this." So she get to Fast Signs, she get the sign made, she come meet me I had to come to the front of TSA, and without going outside, I'm gonna miss my flight. And they put it through the scanner and handed me the sign. Get on the plane, go to Charlotte, North Carolina, hold the sign up,
and the sign reads,
and become Black History. Thomas, get your grades back up, and next time you'll be here.
Fast forward, now you're in the film festivals.
Yeah. So here's what happened as a result of being the number one trending topic in the United States for 7 days.
Crazy.
I was trending, the number one trending topic. I had people approach me, producers approach me about different things. And one of the things they approached me about, a company approached me about a reality show. And they wanted to pay me $50,000 to shoot 6 pilot episodes, 40 minutes apiece, so that they could pitch to a major network that they had relationships with. And so I was attentive through the process, but I turned them down because I wouldn't have any creative control. They were paying me $50,000 to be a talent.
Gotcha.
But reality shows are scripted. This is not your real reality.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need to add to what hip hop, Hollywood, Atlanta's, and all the other stuff are doing to make it look like I'm not what I really am in my household to my children.
Right.
Everything in my life ain't based on that, and that's not reality for me. So I wasn't finna do nothing that was gonna hurt my people. I listened, soaked up the game, as we would say from the streets, and I just, I gracefully declined. And then I turned around and spent $40,000 and did it myself.
And the documentary is called
The Tough Love Show.
And what's the premise?
The premise is, synopsis is how to reach a child that's going through everyday life struggles. Me and his mother had divorced. And so what a lot of times gets missing in the divorce is when you break up, it affect everybody.
Right.
Like everybody hurt. You ain't just hurt. She ain't just hurt. Everybody hurt. And he had never woke up in a house that didn't have his mom and daddy in the same room. So I can grab my belt, I can whoop him, I can ball my fist up, punch him in the chest. But in reality, am I really being accountable if I do that?
Right.
So as opposed to a threatening behavior toward the person I love the most in the world, I decided I got to be creative because I want his attention, but I don't want him to push away from me either. Never thinking I would go viral, just thinking, hey, he would be like, dang, I gotta get this right. I want to go to the game.
Right. So
he just hit home for everybody.
I mean, it got to be the truth because it happens to all of us. Like, I wasn't raised with, my parents being married. I was raised in a single parent household. I lived on the Hodemont tracks.
Right.
Like, I ate Meals on Wheels. We had roaches. Like, it was rough. But I had two completely different lives. 3 blocks away from my house, my father had an 11-bedroom, 5-bath house with a 2-car garage with maid quarters upstairs and a swimming pool in the backyard with Benzes in the garage. Where literally I eat anything I want to eat. It's everything here to eat.
Right.
I'm eating so much I bring food in my room and eat after I ate in the kitchen. So from being able to draw from 2 completely different environments gave me perspective that in my movie you get to see me talk on.
Right. Which is so interesting because that's one of the reasons why I call myself Bougetto, is because I have been able to live in a bougie environment, go home to my mom, but then grew up in the neighborhood with my grandparents, where the roaches and so I have those 2 different perspectives, so I can feel exactly what you're saying, and being able to take that and teach it to your kid and bring it to a documentary type of environment.
So go ahead.
Now, what's going to happen, you're going to have to come back when this situation happens that you just telling us off the air.
Yeah.
So we can
you talk about that at all right now? Or is it's negotiation?
No, so it's...
No, don't talk about that.
I'm working. Like, I'm working. Like, this ain't just... I'm trying to build something that's life-changing. Tyler Perry said, own your stuff. I've already turned down an opportunity for my movie to be televised on a cable network that stems from the West Coast because they wanted to kind of change my format and have me doing some editing.
So what we want to leave the people with this is understand that what's the name of the documentary again?
The Tough Love Show. The
Tough Love Show. Look out for it because he's in some serious negotiations that we're not going to talk about right now.
No, we're not.
But he's from the STL. He out here working and he's making that happen. Tommy Tucker Jr.
Social media info, give it to them on everybody following the home team.
Oh, it's the easiest it come. I'm at Tough Love Show.
There it is there.
All right, y'all. It's family, 95.5.
R&B for the Lou.